Hey, this is Sean. Welcome to the WickQuidity channel. Today's video is going to be on the very basics of market structure. Realistically, if you've been trading for any real length of time, this video you may not even need to watch. This is going to be very basic. But I got to start somewhere, and I've got to assume you don't know anything. So if you're really new to trading, this is going to be a very valuable video for you. If you've been trading for any real length of time, this video may not provide a lot of value for you. But in this market structure series, there's going to be a series of videos that get progressively more in depth, progressively more refined, as lots of new rules and situational things coming into play to where everything's not always crystal clear, right? So the market's beautiful when it's laying out those beautiful, easy to identify trends, but it doesn't always do that. So we have rules and things in place that we will teach in later videos on how to keep your trend, your market bias on the right side more often than not. That being said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook as well, Sean Trades WickQuidity. The link will be in the description. On my Facebook page, I typically post lots of screenshots of my trades and post some of the videos that I post on YouTube. But you'll see a lot of the daily trades that I take, how they played out. Just straight screenshots from my trading app. And also some other stuff. There's some, I try to share wisdom when I can on there. But if you want to see some of the trade breakdowns that maybe I have, if you go to my playlist that shows my trade reviews, pretty much all of those trades plus a lot more are posted onto my Facebook. So you can go follow me there. All right, let's talk about market structure, guys. Very simple. Market structure determines trend, right? That's how we define trend in the WickQuidity method. Now, you can choose to define trend other ways, right? Trading is a very individualized thing. It is very much a single person sport, something akin to the UFC, right? Or MMA fighting, where every fighter is completely different. They can all be very good. They can all be very successful. Boxing, same thing. Not a lot of fighters are exactly alike, but a lot of them have the same end result in that they're very successful. Right? Trading is a lot like that. You have to use your skill sets and your mentality, your trading mental health to understand how you see the market, how you understand the market, and what works best for you. Now, the liquidity strategy that I've put together is really unique in a lot of aspects. It takes little tidbits of things from lots of different methodologies. It is a little bit of supply and demand, a little bit of just straight structure trading, chart patterns, ICT stuff. It's just a little bit of a lot of things that put together to give me a strategy that has been very profitable for me and allowed me to be a full-time day trader. So, that being said, let's talk about the very basics of market structure. Okay? What is market structure and how does it trend? What is a trend? A trend is simply a series of higher highs and higher lows that would create an uptrend. A downtrend is a series of lower lows and lower highs, right? So on the chart here, you guys could look at this leg right here, and pretty much everybody would agree that that leg is in an uptrend, right? Pretty much everybody would agree that this leg is in a downtrend just visually, right? We don't even have to talk about the nuances of structure. But then things get tricky in this area, right? You get into this area and things get a little tricky. And this is where having rules on how you define structure comes in handy. How you define trend. So some people will use moving averages to define their trend, and that's perfectly fine. I don't do that. I'm not much of an indicator person. The only indicator I ever use, and it is even rare for me to use that, is just standard volume indicator. Every now and then I'll throw that on the chart because I'm really trying to analyze something a little deeper and make some decisions that maybe are a little more difficult than normal. All right, so here we have uptrend, sideways, downtrend, uptrend, whatever you want to call it in the middle, clear downtrend. So let's talk about what makes these uptrends and downtrends. Again, very, very basic, guys. Don't expect to be blown away here if you've been trading for any length of time. So in a perfect world, an uptrend simply looks like this, right? Price moves up, boom, right? So in this, you've got, here, let's make this green. In this, you would have a leg up, a leg down. So you'd have a high, a lower high, a higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high. And in real time, right, you don't know that this is your low until it crosses this high. Boom. And you don't know that this is your high, your refined high, until this price comes down and reverses and starts to pull back. And you can say, okay, well, that was my high. And you don't know that this is the high until price stops and moves back up, right? So you're kind of one leg behind most of the time if you're trying to, I guess, like, quote unquote, confirm the move. Right, so you got up, down, and that makes kind of a picture perfect uptrend. Well, then we'll go, then price will oftentimes start the other side, right? It'll go do. And in a perfect world, it'll look something like this. Which is just a reverse of the uptrend, of the bullish structure. So you go down, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Very, very basic. All right, now there are rules that you have to have in place when it comes to trend change. So when is it official that we go from this to this? When does this technically become a downtrend? Some traders will say when it breaks this low. Some people will say when it breaks this low. Some people will say they don't consider it a trend change until it makes two structures the same direction. So until it breaks this low. There's lots of ways you can tell yourself, and that you can, lots of rules you can apply to determine what trend is to you and when it changes. When we're in trend, things are very, very simple to see. When the market goes sideways and when the market starts reversing trend, that's when people tend to not have enough rules in place to help them navigate it without guessing. And those are the things we're going to eliminate over the next couple videos. So you guys should be able to go into my playlist and see my couple supply and demand videos. Again, very basic. And then I'm going to do a few of these market structure videos, kind of very basic. Then I'm going to go on to liquidity and things of that nature. And then we'll kind of go on to the much more in-depth stuff and try to tie all the stuff in at the end. Instead of just going through and doing all the supply and demand stuff, doing all the structure stuff. I wanted to kind of give you guys a break on what you're seeing hitting as your notifications. So, if you're new to trading, I really hope that helps. It's very simple. If you compare it to what you see here, you know, obviously the midpoint's different how it reverses, but if you compare this leg to this leg, it won't let me zoom it out anymore for you to be able to see them both. But if you compare this leg up here to the green leg here, it makes a lot of sense, right? You got up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then you got a bunch of sideways stuff. And then you got the red side coming down here. You got down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and potentially moving for reversal at this point, or a big retracement and continuation. Could be either way. This is why, matter of fact, that's a good little side note. This right here, we made a nice leg down, lower low, and we kind of went sideways and run back up. So we're at a point now where lots of folks would consider us bullish. Some people are waiting for more confirmation. Some people are just automatically in sell mode now because they've seen this big run up into supply and demand, support, resistance, right? This is why we wait for multiple confirmations, and we have to understand what structure means, and which structure means something. Not all structure is important. Especially when you start talking about reversal situations, not all structure matters. Not everything that you could consider structure matters. The structure we will draw out and that I will teach you to draw out will all matter and be significant. Okay, guys. Well, I hope that helps the very, very basics of market structure. If you've got any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. Please subscribe to me here on YouTube. Go follow me on Facebook with Sean Trades WickQuidity. And hope you guys have a wonderful day. Go make some money.